Welcome to English Easy Hub. Join us as we ignite the flames of your English learning journey together.
Please subscribe to watch and embark on your English learning journey. Don't miss out on the exciting content. This dialogue between Simon and his teacher takes place at the beach, where they explore the deeper meanings and psychological effects of the ocean. They discuss the beach as not only a place for relaxation, but also a space for personal reflection, cultural connection, and emotional transformation. Their conversation touches on how the natural rhythms of the ocean, the shifting tides, and different cultural perspectives shape our experiences at the beach.
Wow, the beach is beautiful today, isn't it, teacher? The sound of the waves, the smell of the sea air, it's so calming. I've always wondered, why do people find the ocean so relaxing? Is there something psychological about it?
That's a great observation, Simon. The ocean engages multiple senses: sight, sound, smell, and touch, which naturally relaxes the mind. The rhythmic sound of waves, for instance, mimics the body's natural rhythms, like the heartbeat or breathing, helping people unwind. Some studies even suggest that the sight of blue space, like the ocean, has a calming effect, reducing stress and promoting relaxation. It's a perfect combination of sensory stimulation and mental relief.
That makes sense. Watching the waves feels almost meditative. And I noticed how the beach feels different at different times of the day. Do you think people connect with the beach differently during, say, midday compared to sunset?
Definitely. The beach transforms depending on the time of day. At midday, the sun is intense, the energy high, and people are active, swimming, playing sports, or sunbathing. But at sunset, the mood shifts to something more peaceful, reflective even. The soft light, the colors in the sky, and the cooling air encourage people to slow down and appreciate the moment. Sunset often evokes a more emotional or contemplative response, while midday is about vitality and enjoyment.
I totally get that. I always feel more reflective during a sunset walk. It's like the beach encourages you to slow down and think about life. I wonder if that's why people come to the beach when they're feeling stressed. Maybe it helps them get perspective on their problems.
You're right again, Simon. The beach has a unique ability to make people feel small in a way that's comforting. When you're standing in front of the vast ocean, your worries can seem insignificant in comparison. It's a humbling experience, but also a healing one. The ocean, with its endless horizon, reminds us that life goes on, that there's more to the world than our immediate concerns. People often find a sense of release at the beach, as if the waves can carry their stress away.
That's exactly how I feel when I'm here, like my problems are just washing away with the tide. Speaking of the tide, how does it work? I know the moon is involved, but I've never really understood how.
Good question. Tides are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon and, to a lesser extent, the sun. The moon's gravity pulls the water towards it, creating a high tide. On the opposite side of the Earth, another high tide forms due to centrifugal forces from the Earth's rotation. As the Earth spins, these tidal bulges move around the planet, creating the rising and falling of the sea levels you see as the tide.
That's amazing. It's like the ocean is constantly moving in response to forces we can't see. What about the waves? They seem so gentle today. What affects the size of the waves? Is it just the wind?
Yes, wind is the primary factor that creates waves. The stronger the wind, the more energy it transfers to the water, which creates larger waves. However, waves can also be influenced by events far out at sea, like storms or changes in air pressure. Additionally, the shape of the shoreline and the ocean floor can affect how waves break when they reach the coast. That's why some beaches are known for their big, surfable waves, while others have calm waters.
That's fascinating. It's like the ocean is connected to events happening miles away, and yet we feel those effects here. Do you think that's part of the beach's appeal? The idea that it connects us to something bigger?
Absolutely. The ocean represents both a connection to the wider world and a reminder of forces much larger than ourselves. Historically, the sea was a symbol of exploration and discovery, linking cultures and people through trade and migration. Even today, standing at the shoreline can evoke a sense of connection to distant places, to nature's rhythms, and even to our own past. That sense of being part of something bigger is deeply compelling and can be quite therapeutic.
It's interesting how the ocean is both vast and personal. I feel like every time I come to the beach, I notice something different. Sometimes it's the colors of the sky, other times it's just the feeling I get from being here. The beach is never exactly the same twice. Is that why people keep coming back?
You're right, Simon. The beach is in constant motion. The tides, the waves, the changing light, all of it contributes to a dynamic, ever-changing experience. That's part of its charm. Each visit offers something new, whether it's a fresh perspective or a unique interaction with nature. For many, the beach is both a place of comfort because of its familiarity and a space for discovery because it's never quite the same twice.
That's so true. I also wonder if different cultures experience the beach differently. Does someone's cultural background influence how they see and feel about the ocean?
It absolutely does. Different cultures have varied relationships with the sea based on geography, history, and tradition. For example, coastal communities like the Polynesians see the ocean as a vital source of life, sustenance, and spiritual meaning. Their entire way of life revolves around the sea, from navigation to mythology. Meanwhile, in Western cultures, the beach is often viewed more as a place of leisure and escape from urban life. In other places, the ocean might represent danger or the unknown, especially where storms or shipwrecks are common. So yes, cultural background plays a big role in how someone experiences the beach.
That's so interesting. I guess I never thought about how much culture shapes our connection to nature. Do you think that's why beaches are often used in movies and literature for big life moments, like epiphanies or emotional turning points?
Definitely. The beach is often a metaphor for transformation in art and storytelling. It's a liminal space, a boundary between land and sea, between safety and the unknown. This makes it a perfect setting for characters to confront their emotions, reflect on their lives, or face pivotal decisions. In literature and film, the ocean's vastness can represent both the depth of the human psyche and the endless possibilities of the future. It's a place of endings and new beginnings, which is why it's often used for climactic scenes of reflection or change.
That makes a lot of sense. The beach is both calming and overwhelming at the same time. It's like standing on the edge of something vast and mysterious. I think that's what makes the phrase "a sea of possibilities" so fitting. It captures both the excitement and the uncertainty of the unknown. It's kind of a paradox, isn't it?
Exactly. The ocean embodies contradiction. It's both peaceful and powerful, inviting and intimidating. That's why it resonates so deeply with people. It offers the promise of adventure and freedom, but it also reminds us of how small and vulnerable we are. This paradox is what makes the ocean such a powerful symbol in human imagination. It can be a place of great joy, but also a reminder of nature's unpredictability. In many ways, the ocean mirrors life itself, full of opportunities, but not without challenges.
That's such a deep way to look at it. I never thought about how much the ocean can reflect life's uncertainties. Every time I come to the beach, I feel like I'm learning something new, whether it's about nature or myself. Thanks for helping me see things differently today, teacher. This conversation has made me appreciate the beach even more.
I'm glad to hear that, Simon. The beach, like life, always has something new to teach us if we take the time to observe and reflect. Enjoy the rest of your day here. And remember, the ocean's lessons are endless. There's always more to discover.
The core of this conversation is the recognition of the ocean as a powerful metaphor for life. Vast, ever-changing, and full of possibilities. Simon and his teacher reflect on how the beach encourages both reflection and discovery, offering lessons in both the calm and unpredictable aspects of life. Ultimately, the beach serves as a space of healing, connection, and insight, reminding us of our place in the larger world.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share to keep the English learning journey alive.